this is Marika with Bodyworks Alignment Therapy. In this video, I want to go over foam rolling for your upper body. It's a super important tool for helping to release your shoulder blades and also your rib cage. So like I talked about in the previous videos, our rib cage has these muscles in between every single rib, and then on the outside and then on the inside as well. So when those ribs get tight, it can actually, like, let's just say that this is what a rib cage is supposed to look like. There's a nice flow between each rib. When the muscles get pulled tight, like you can have one go here, you can have one go out here, you can have one pull here. And then so there's a difference between a nice rib cage that is open, free, has movement, you know, all those kinds of things, to one that's like, I hope you can see this anyway. That's kind of stuck and it's pulling in different ways, which is also going to pull your vertebrae in different ways, and it's going to pull your muscles and so on and so forth. You get it, right? So by foam rolling the rib cage on through the side, we're not only releasing those intercostal muscles on the side, but it's actually going to allow the front to release, and it's going to allow the back to release, okay? And then the shoulder blade, so we're going to go up through here because typically, because we're like this, the shoulder blade actually pulls more to the side instead of staying on the back where it's supposed to be. So we're gonna be getting rib cage, spine, all the muscles in between there, shoulders, which will also help the neck. This is a really good all over self-massage tool to help with some upper body stuff that you may be experiencing. So let's go through how to do this. Okay. Actually, let me show you. Okay, so if you can see, like through here, I have a lot of push right through here. I don't want you to start where you have a lot of push. I want it very stable. Here, I have hardly any give at all. That's where I want you to start, where it's super solid. You're not going to collapse anything or possibly fracture something. It's doubtful that you will, but just better safe than sorry, okay? So we're gonna go here. I'm gonna bring my leg in front so that I can be really stable. I'm gonna find the good spot. Remember, breathing is super important. That hurts so bad. And I'm gonna play with the rotation of my head. Yeah, that feels good right there. Okay, now I've found a really good spot. I was on the edge of a good spot, but it wasn't quite there. And now I'm just gonna move my body. I'm not moving like my rib cage. My arm is pushing me and my hips are pushing me. Okay, and then I'm gonna roll out. And then, so through here, when I was more forward, that it hurts, but it's not like the spot that I want. Backwards, that's the spot I want, because that is radiating up my arm, down my arm, up my arm, whatever. Okay, and then I'm just gonna play with that, breathing deeply, and then you're gonna go through the whole process. Right now, I'm like right on top of my shoulder blade, where it's rotating a little more on my side than I would like. And so maybe moving forward and backwards slowly. Maybe it's the up and down that I need. And I'm pushing myself with my foot right now. Nothing upper body is stressed out. My foot is doing the movement. It's flat on the ground, just so you know. And then you're gonna go all the way up. And for the sake of moving the video along, I'm just gonna show you where to go. And I would be rolling on this instead of moving it with my hand, but then I'll get out of the frame and you won't see it, so. And then you're gonna go on your arm until it doesn't hurt anymore. So like right about here, I got nothing, that's useless to me. So then I'm done there. And then when you're ready and you feel like you've gotten all your good spots, then go ahead and do the roll all the way through to smooth it out, basically. Okay? All right, next we're gonna do the back. So you're gonna get your foam roller, put it down there, and then you're going to, wait, that was a little too far. Put it right on top of your shoulder blade so that you can get some traction. Okay, before I go into this, a couple of things. So if you just sit or lay on your back, typically your shoulders are gonna rotate forward. So I want you to get into position and then move your shoulder blades towards each other before you get started with this, okay? And then rest your hands. I don't really want you to go down because that creates instability a little bit. So if your hands are up here, I find that it's more stable anyway. And breathe deeply. And then you're rocking with your feet. Nothing upper body is moving. Your feet are doing the movement because they're flat, if you can see. I don't think you can, but they're flat on the floor. And knees are up. And then you'll go all the way down. Gonna get out of frame a bit. No, that's not gonna work. Then you go all the way down to your sacrum. Okay, and that is that, well, before I say that's the back, just make sure when you do it, you lock in your shoulders so you get a good grip on them, and then you pull them back to create that, the shoulders back. Also, it will help to get your actual shoulder blades instead of the tissue in between, because really getting the shoulder blades to release is a huge part of those releases, and you can get in between your shoulder blades other ways. Okay, now we're gonna work on the forearm. So we're gonna be specifically targeting these muscles along your ulnar bone through here. And then that junction of muscles that's pretty thick, that's always tight because we're usually bent, like sleeping on the computer, doing body work, you know how that goes, okay? So we're gonna start here on the wrist. A rounded countertop is preferable. So you're gonna pin between your hip and your arm, the countertop, and you can put lotion on if you want to. I just do it without more often than not. Okay, and then you can't see what I'm doing with my hand, but so I've got this pinned and I'm moving my hand back and forth to create the rotations so that I don't have to do a whole lot of work otherwise. And maybe I'll lean into it more. I'll move to the sides and then slowly going towards my elbow. Okay, and then this hand is doing all sorts of these actions, rotations. The hand that I'm working on is doing that. You just can't see it. Right now it's going like this. And go all the way up through there, okay? And then do that a few more times. So again, my arm is down here. I'm moving in and out. I'm moving my fingers, trying to figure out how I'm getting the best release. Okay, that's it for that forearm.